Um, things are going well here in Denver. Let me see here. We're live. Looks like on Facebook, YouTube. We're good to go. If you're watching the live stream, give me a hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. Always helps me out. If you have questions, always let me know. Throughout the week, would love to touch on them in these weekly updates. So quick market update, not a lot's changed. Interest rates still hanging. They go up a little, they go down a little, nothing to write home about there. Really still check in with your lending partners or anybody that I refer you to regarding refinances and the best time to pull the trigger on that if you have not already. Spoke to some clients yesterday, just did a refinance that had some less than adequate lending. They just went with somebody that they knew, a friend, and their closing costs changed by $2,200. They already signed. They're just asking me how it happened. Had a conversation with them and figured it out. But definitely those lending partners that I can trust and to take care of our top dog in my book. So there's that. Other than that, the market's pretty stable, I guess. I mean, there's still a ton of multiple offers under 500, between the 500 750 range. If you're not priced perfectly, it may take a minute, but other than that, things are flying off the shelves in the million range. Things are moving. Just hang tight there on the outskirts, but inside the C470 corridor, things are going nuts in Denver. So not much change there. So we don't have to talk about that much anymore. Couple things. This last week, I got 2 different buyers under contract and 1 listing under contract. Agent relationships really played a role in at least 2 of those. One was a new build, so that's the new build thing. One thing I will tell you is builders don't always mention that you can get an agent for free. Basically, they will pay your agent to represent you. So if you're going into a new build without representation, always give me a call. Would love to help you out. There are things that builders do that sometimes are confusing. I always tell people new builds, it's great. You get a brand new home. Things are awesome. There's always one part of the process that sucks. No matter what builder you use, it's either the contract piece, the construction piece, the timing of closing, or the warranty. And a lot of aspects is usually, mind-boggling at times. So just know that you can't have representation there. So we got that sorted out with my client. She went under contract. She's happy. A lot of those builders are 10 to 11 months out, especially with the COVID backups and things like that. So definitely, if new build is your go-to, we need to make sure we're taking care of that sooner rather than later. The only issue with that is you don't know when to lock your loan. You can't lock it 9 months in advance, obviously. So your interest rate could be very different come closing time. The other one is an investor buyer. We put some offers in. The agent just said, nope, he's not doing it. This is where he's at. Kept working on him. Turned out he was serious. He wasn't going to budge, but at the end of the day, we did. He said, "Hey, here's the deal. We need the quickest close possible. We need this amount of money," and that's where we're at. So, investor decided to take it. We're under contract. We're closing Friday, so that's a 6-day contract. So that's pretty good. All cash, completely fix and flip. There is no kitchen. There's nothing in this house besides walls, and my client's gonna make the most of it. Pretty excited to see the final product. That should be coming to the market in 60 days or so. And then finally, an old middle school, high school friend of mine, Bernadette Reed with Remax Professionals, had quite the negotiation with her on my listing up in Erie that some of you may have seen. It was awesome, though. I'll tell you what. The whole time it was this is what my client needs, this is what my client needs, this is what we can do. Bernadette was awesome on that end. We were open lines of communication. A lot of agents would have probably gotten really frustrated with what I was coming back with. likewise with what she was coming back with. At no point was it ever contentious. It was an awesome negotiation. And we are now under contract with the buyer and seller both getting things that they felt were important and taken care of. So just that agent relationship, I guarantee you in other times, other agents would have got very frustrated with me. And to me, I just build relationships with other agents. At the end of the day, we are representing our client and we go with what the client needs. No ask is out of ordinary unless the other party thinks it is. So it's just a huge, huge blessing to have so many realtor partners that I can call on, that we can mastermind with. And then when we come across each other in negotiations, it's fair. It's not like, hey, we got to get this done because this is, I know this agent or whatever. But one thing is, hey, I know this agent is legit. I know these, we're going to get to the table here. And they're serious. These are the negotiations. This is part of our job. And it was just refreshing. I enjoy competition on that end a little bit, but it was really refreshing to have another agent on the other side. No feelings were ever hurt. It was just, this is what we're doing. This is what we need. And it was super cool. Now we're under contract. The buyer's doing the inspection tomorrow. We're moving forward. It's just, sometimes it seems like other agents get their feelings hurt or get frustrated. That's definitely not what I try and do. It's not a competition. In the end, it's just about getting everything that your client needs and wants and making that experience important. So I definitely use those relationships I built over the years in the industry. Bernadette happens to be a middle school, high school colleague of mine, and just so happened to get into real estate as well around the same time I did. Both have outstanding careers as closings happen every day. So make sure that no matter who you choose has a good base of real estate relationships. You never know when that's going to come into play and get you taken care of. Had another client listing their house up in Henderson tomorrow. They stopped into an open house this weekend, said, hey, we're listing our house. Pictures are this day, so on and so forth. And the other agent asked who it was, and they said Jeremy Kane, and my buddy David Herring with the Blue Sky Home Group over there at EXP said, oh man, Jeremy Kane, immediately texted me and said, hey, I just met your clients. Just super cool to kind of get into this industry and build those relationships and become a household name for sure. It definitely pays off. So that's something that I do every day. I try not to burn any bridges. I would say there's probably not one or two agents that would say, oh, Jeremy, he's no good. So make sure your agent, whoever it is, building those relationships, staying positive. Closings happen every day, as my boy Ricky Caruth says. And that's that. So hope you have a great Wednesday, great weekend, holiday weekend here. I am going to a wedding this weekend. My nephew's getting married. So that'll be super fun. Enjoy what you're doing. Be safe. Do your social distancing, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, whatever you do. That's on you. That's cool. I'm kind of over the debate myself. The Nuggets crushed it last night. That was super fun to watch. We'll leave my opinions of the coaching and that aside. And the Avalanche start here in about 45 minutes. So hope you guys have a happy Labor Day. Stay safe. Love somebody. We're going to get through this. But real estate's good to go. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.